Hi everyone. Just our normally well-scheduled, well-oiled machine. Starting exactly on time. Hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of Urban Shadows. I am the host, though not the master of ceremonies. Charbox AVA. Uh, all my stuff is very much simple on the channel. Check it out if you guys really like it. But tonight we have another wonderful episode of a fantastic tabletop called Urban Shadows, run by none other than Leopold the Just, Leland House, my man. Okay. And we're gonna do just another quick intro of all of our players. Sadly, our wonderful Mr. Holiday Vinvox is not available at the
I'm
time.
sorry, I think I'm right here.
Oh, yes, I see
Yeah,
what
yeah.
was being communicated now. Thank you so much. I'm gonna just correct
I'm
that
I'm the new
real
Vin.
quick.
Excuse me.
You
I'm right
have
here,
you have
Mr.
replaced Vin.
Holiday.
Yes, the changelings have done their work correctly. Uh,
Oh,
very
yep.
fixed. As you can see, I'm very professional. Um,
None of us are.
and everyone else is all in their same place. Perfect. And like I said, we're gonna do an introduction of our characters and our players. But first, just a small little advert. I am the writer for Phantom Hysteria, an upcoming horror kind of paranormal action game. It's on Steam right now if you want to check it out. They just finished their vertical slice, which means that a lot of the base game has been kind of set in stone, and we are crash course towards alpha in a couple of months here. Stay tuned, check out their stuff. Lunar Tail Games. All right. So now that I have shilled, we'll move on to our wonderful master of ceremonies, Leopold the Just.
One of the monsters just revealed for his game, by the way, was like Bonnie and Clyde, except they were like fused together with this like gory mass of flesh connecting them. So anyway, if that's enough for
My
you, check
idea.
out
I'm
the
very
game.
proud of it. I'm very proud of all of our people there. They just
Yeah,
brought it to life.
it's really cool. Go check that out. Anyway, hey everybody, we're gonna be playing Somehow Human, the Urban Shadows 2E actual play podcast. Not a podcast. I don't know why I said podcast. Actual play live stream. And I'm just as excited as I was last time, but and just as out of my element as I was last time because I haven't run very many games online. But here we go. We're gonna. I don't really need to introduce myself because I'm just Lenwood Cove and all of its NPCs within it. I'm not really the star of the show by any means. Um, so if we could go around and start introducing a little bit about your character, a little bit about yourself, and then a little bit about your character. I don't really know what order our overlays on, so uh, Anthony, if you could just call people out kind of in order that is on the overlay, that'd be great because I'm not looking at Twitch right now.
Righteous. That's fine with me. That would actually be Glyza this time.
Hello, hello. I am here. I am a professional. My
We
name
are
is
all
Liza.
professionals.
She, they pronouns. I am a person with many, many hats. I am a podcast host. I'm a writer. I'm a tabletop role play performer. I'm a Twitch affiliate. So thank you, for joining Somehow Human today because we're totally excited to play this game after a couple of weeks of being on break. Um, I will be playing Darla, the Tainted, and she is totally fine. She is a very serious person with nothing to hide, so she's great.
And nothing is being hidden from her either, by the way. She's
Exactly.
fully aware
Absolutely
of everything.
nothing.
We're all
Absolutely
we're
nothing.
all absolutely 100% a-okay.
Absolutely fine and dandy. Next, we're going to go to our boy Keen. Keen, give us an intro.
Anthony, just to clarify, when you said the vertical slice, that means that you like literally bisect your game, right?
I am going to vertically slice you.
Hi everyone. My name is Brian, and I'm currently outer space. Um, yes, here's my buddies. Say hi, buddies. that's yeah, that's Green Armstrong, and that's something Aldrin. All right.
Hal.
Yeah. Hi. I am a I don't know. I am a actor, voice actor. I also do TTRP stuff, content creator, storyteller. Um, I currently play Key as I put on my costume, which is this glasses. Hello, I am Keen, and I run this PC Bang internet cafe that brings people together. And yes, I am human.
You also coach an esports team, which is pretty
Yes,
cool.
I am also coaching an esport team. They are doing well result wise, but I can go further into analytics, but I don't think we have time for that at the moment.
Self-awareness from Keen. This is new.
Yes, I have learned that very concept in my recent findings regarding certain books about self-awareness and also self-discovery and self-reflections as well.
Yep. Yep.
What esports? What game is the team about? What esport?
So the non-copyrighted version of League of Legends.
Fair, fair.
So like a MOBA game, MOBA game.
Oh, I love that latest series, Eldritch.
Eldritch.
Eldritch is so good. It's on Betflix.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Eldritch and the voice acting.
Yeah, totally. I think Hallister Stenophilio was like a great actress there.
Alright, moving on.
Okay, yes,
Next.
please, Frank, spare us, please.
Oh, me? Yeah. Hi. I am not a professional. I am a cat. Well, a cat named Schrodinger is how you identify me on the internet. And I'm playing Frank, who is an oracle, and he's a jerk, and it's fun, and that's me.
Pretty on par with every Oracle, actually. Every Oracle is kind of a jerk, but I mean, given what they face every day, it's kind of excusable.
Definitely understandable for sure.
Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Frank. And as I mentioned before, I am Chatterbox AVA. I play Alan Lore, a comic book writer turned wizard. There's a lot you don't know about Alan, and so far he seems to be perhaps like the most human. Somehow, even though there's another human in this group, he's the most human out of everyone here. He has a apprentice who he's teaching the mystic arts, and a sweet Sanctum Sanctorum that you guys haven't seen yet. I'm very excited to show you a bit more about this character and like the intricacies I got going. But for now, he's a straight man, so I'm very excited. Back to you.
You would like to play the devil's advocate on that?
Of course he would. All right, so speaking of Keen, unfortunately, I'm just kidding. I love this character.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! All right, Keen has a little bit of a scheme going on that
Yes,
we
a scheme.
configured
Mhm.
between last session and now. So just to
Yep.
start things off, let's go ahead and just maybe talk about the scheme a little bit, and then we will start like in a scene. Scheme, then a scene. All right. So the scheme that Brian chose for his character was involved with creating either a forgery, a disguise, or a stolen identity. So,
Yes.
I'm gonna say, since some of this is really up to me, I'm gonna say that you promised Malik Turner, a powerful vampire.
Mm-hmm.
You promised Malik Turner a forgery of a magical vampiric artifact called the Staff of Osiris.
Staff of
Osiris.
forgery vampiric staff called Staff of Osiris.
Yes, and it's like a venerated Egyptian artifact that vampires have like magically infused over the years.
Okay. Yes.
And its exact its exact powers are unknown, but one of the main things that you know that it does is that when a vampire is injured, some of them go into like a sort of like a trance like state to regenerate. So if they're like injured to near death, they are forced into a trance like state, and this staff is known to accelerate the trance like state very rapidly, which can be very beneficial for the really old vampires that take a long
Right.
time. Take a
To
long time
heal.
to heal. Yeah. Um. So just like basically putting the staff in a coffin with someone can accelerate that whole process. It's supposed
Okay.
it's rumored that it can do a couple of other things too that have been lost. But anyway, there is a museum exhibit that is being held by the vampires for in their town for other visiting. For lack of a better term, I'll use the Vampire the Masquerade term kindred. For their
Kindred.
visiting kindred, they have like a museum exhibit, and
Mhm.
some and they basically have been claiming to have the staff on display, and they need you to
Oh.
make they need you to make like a forgery of it, a gaff, sort of like a realistic gaff, because they
Okay.
figure it's going to be behind glass. Um, the thing is, this staff is made out of a rare, extinct wood
Mhm.
that is hard to find. Some of the only places to find this wood are like at the bottom of rivers, where it's like preserved in the mud.
Okay.
Um, and so it's a hard material to find, and you lied and said that you have plenty of it to make the staff with, but you actually don't, and you've had
Oh
difficulty
boy.
finding it because your two complications are is that you must fool a powerful and dangerous NPC, that's Malik, and you
Mhm.
promise to have that material to make the staff with. You claim that you already had some, um, but it was really just your cockiness that kind of got in the way. So you've been trying to find this like rare wood, this rare type of like yew wood. Um,
You the name of
White.
the wood is Yewood.
Yeah, it's extinct. Just put extinct yew,
Mhm.
I'm sorry,
Mhm.
YEW.
Mhm.
It's a strong wood, so. Uh,
Okay.
but yeah, so that's pretty much what your scheme is right now.
Cool.
That's not really affecting the scene that we're starting in, but it's
Yes.
just one of those kind of start of the session things that we just like to get over with, and because we left off in the middle of the scene, I'll just reiterate what Frank's vision was last week.
Mhm.
Frank's vision was, last session. Frank's vision was that Alan Lore is handed an elaborately carved wooden box, uh, and then there were many vague images of Alan, like fading away and dying,
In a
with the
bathtub.
box in a bathtub with the box in his possession. So um, that's very foreboding, and there's no timeline on that either. There's no, like, it was so vague, there was no way to tell how old Alan was or anything in the imagery. So it's much like having a dream, like.
Turns out the box has the heart of the ocean in it,
No,
and
no.
he's like 85 or 105 years old, and he's throwing the box into the ocean, and
I love a good Titanic reference. That was part of my sexual awakening. Was watching that movie as a kid. Anyway,
Alan dies in a bathtub that's floating on the ocean. I don't know if that's a reference to anything, but I like kind of like the idea that it's that kind of.
Anyway, we shall see. I plan on outsourcing this vision to my home group privately to get them to come up with something for it. So we'll see.
like they say the Titanic was a complete failure, but the swimming pool is still full of water.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's true.
True.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Though
And now it's a saltwater pool. Even better, it's upgraded.
you have the opportunity, by the way, because we don't know when or how this is going to happen, you don't need to have an answer for months if you don't if you just if you want to, you know.
Yeah, it also could be something that doesn't happen in while we play this game at all. It could be something way, way, way down the line. But I
Absolutely.
intend because there's going to be so many of these visions coming out of Frank's character because it's a beginning of the session move usually. There's gonna be so many visions coming out of this character that there's no way we're gonna probably get to all of them. There's gonna be a lot of like paranoia being injected into the game because of this character. It's great.
Just wait, it'll all resolve in like the finale, like the final battle or something, and like
Yes.
like it's just gonna like you're just gonna stuff them in like the worst possible moments for us,
Yeah,
and
oh,
like
crap,
it'll
I
be
forgot about all these
glorious.
visions.
Yeah.
I gotta use these.
I'm gonna forget. Like I'm gonna forget that like I was handed the box.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna start a text chat in after this is over where I can record these visions, just because I'm gonna forget them too. Anyway, all right. So we last left off. The group decided to meet at their hangout spot, which is a really creepy playground, which says a lot about these people. But hey,
Creepy. This is my playground. It's not
it
creepy. There's just
is
a cup
creepy to
full
me.
of ghosts.
People don't come. It's very empty, even on a bright and sunny Saturday afternoon, and no one knows. That's creepy enough. So everyone met there. They had a bit of a, basically kind of like a character intro session. Everybody kind of chatted a bit, and then out of the corner of someone's eye, whom I can't remember, they saw like a cat, like a house cat, who is like disappeared behind a slide, and like didn't come out on the other side. It was very strange. But then they just sort of kept going on like nothing was happening, um, and then later on, the cat reappeared in the conversation, and uh, Rika Moss, who is the apprentice of or ward of Alan Lore, she was there with them, um, and she, uh, like any sensible person would, started going and wanted to pet the cat. And as soon as she started stroking the tail, her and the cat just disappeared, leaving behind, you know, chaotic, little bits of chaotic fey energy.
Classic apprentice
Um,
mistake.
yes, exactly. And the energy is our fey character Vin, which, by the way, again, check out at VinVox VA. That's VynVox VA on Twitter. They're an awesome voice actor and player. Check them out. They were unable to play today, but their character was able to, being a fey themselves, were able to detect the residual energy, and it seems as if the strange portal that pulled the cat and the apprentice away is still accessible. So we kind of stopped like at this like heat of the moment thing where everyone's sort of just standing around while this like vague amorphous blob of fey energy that's like floating in the air is just like slowly shrinking. And
So,
we will go ahead and start with you all. How do you react to seeing
this.
this happen?
So Alan jumped in, right?
I
Yeah.
believe that was what happened. Yes.
Yeah,
Alan,
just
sorry, I
immediately.
forgot about that. Yeah. So immediately Alan reaches out, latches on, and so right as we start, you see Alan just disappearing and being like engulfed by the I imagine like I just imagine like sparkly rainbow colored energy. I don't know if that is it's too cliche for fey energy, but I imagine that's what it looks like.
I look at Mr. Holiday, just because I know they would be the one like who would know what
Mhm.
might be happening. But for whatever reason, they're just shrugging at me right now. So I'm like, we're not going after him, are we?
And right after she said that, Kina's gonna jump and yell, Cannonball! And go inside.
Of course he does. Well, and then you see right before his bum hits the ground and delivers a nice bruise, he just blinks out of existence.
I look at both cat. I look at both Frank and Vin. Is like, we're not going in, right? Like,
um,
I feel like that's enough. Whatever it is that happened there.
just for the ease of Mr. Vin not being here to play Mr. Holiday, Mr. Holiday looks at you and says, "I had some business to tend to there anyway."
And just jumps in. That's
Yep.
great. That's great. Um.
I feel like I'm already in there.
God dang it.
No one even noticed Frank just slip in.
Darla being all by herself now is like, I could just go home. And then looks at her phone and it's like a bunch of messages from Phoenix is like, so are you gonna watch it or what? Are you gonna come over or what? I'm like,
This episode is sick. This is the best season of Game of Thrones ever.
it's like you should watch the 6th season. This is the best part. And he's like, ah, puts her phone away and just jumps into the portal.
All right, excellent. And we will go kind of maybe from your point of view, since you're the last one to leap in. It, it's almost like the feeling of sliding down like an enclosed water slide. I don't know if you've ever done that, but like one of the darker ones that's kind of like a little creepy while you're going down, and then that darkness fades, and then it opens up into this like you're exiting the slide, and it opens up into this field of bluegrass, and there are giant tree-sized mushrooms everywhere, and you're like at least what feels like 100 feet in the air, like falling. Um, and you notice below you, stirring around in the grass and almost like ripping up parts of the ground, is like this maelstrom made out of that same magical energy that pulled you here. Um, like imagine like just this actively swaying back and forth like uh, glitter tornado almost. That's just like glowing with all sorts of different radiant colors. Um, and again, you're just like falling through the air towards this thing. Um, you see all around you, like just lying on the ground, like on their backs, the rest of the group. Um, what had happened to the rest of you is you had the same sensation, but you fell into the maelstrom, and it just sort of flung you out off to the side. Like it didn't trap you in; you just sort of went whoa, 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 and you flew out and landed onto like the most soft, cushioned ground you've ever felt. Into this blue grass. And the same thing happens to you, Glyza, unless you have any ability to fly away
No.
from it or anything. All right, you just
Darla's just gonna let it happen. It's fine.
yeah. All right, so yeah, you kind of regret it. You feel a little nauseated afterwards, but you you land a few feet away from Alan and Rika. And Rika's actually holding the cat that she came in here after. Like she's sitting up while the rest, like she's been here a little bit longer. So and the rest of you are just kind of like not unconscious, but like dazed.
Alan certainly gets up and moves a little bit away from everyone and bombs. Like, teleportation does not suit him very well.
Yeah. Right around when that happens, sorry, I forgot to mention this one thing. The maelstrom like, sort of like hops away. You know how tornadoes hop? Sometimes it sort of just like hops into the air, and now it's like off in the distance, probably about 800, 900 feet away or something like that, just way away, just like ripping up another field. Sorry. Go ahead, Glass.
No, Darla is just like looks at Rika and is like, "Are you okay? Are you fine?"
I feel like it. I found the cat, which is good, right? But
We
I'm in
that's
some
not
weird
our
ass
cat.
blue field. Oh, well,
I
you're right. It's not, but it could be if we wanted it to be. So,
Uh, I'm
so
go-
I'm gonna look down at the blue grass
hmm
and I'm gonna say, "Damn it, guys, we're in Kentucky."
That's a good joke.
I like you guys being able to joke at a time like this. Rika, I'm so glad you're all right. Perhaps another lesson that can be told. Maybe we don't follow cats into strange places.
Well, I
Yes.
didn't know it was gonna teleport me to what I'm guessing is the Fey realm, and then it's. She looks over at Mr. Holiday, and Mr. Holiday is just like shrugging and nodding. And then I would say at that point, Mr. Holiday,
We could say he landed somewhere else.
well, we could say at that point, Mr. Holiday starts kind of starts communicating with someone in a puddle on the ground, like almost like scrying into the puddle.
Um,
And then he says, I need to take care of something. I need to take care of something with my court. That would not be safe for the rest of you to come with me.
We're not safe in general, but take care of it. Do what you have to do.
And he reassures you, just as easy it was to get into this place, it should be easy for you to get out as well.
I
Well, I don't
wouldn't
see any bathtubs,
fall.
so I don't understand why you're upset, Alan.
I don't understand. Like I don't see any twisters coming. So I hope when we do need to get out, it'll be just as easy to find it and realize how to get out. But of course, take care of what you need to take care of, Mr. Holiday. I hope you'll be fine, and I'm sure you'll know where to find us.
the and Mr. Holiday is like smiles, and I don't really know much about their personality because we only played one session with them so far. So I was just gonna say they'll just smile and like tilt their head to the side and just almost like disappear just as you did when you entered the portal.
The reason I'm very apprehensive, Frank, is my knowledge of the Feywild has led me to, or rather, the any place of the Fey has led me to understand several things. One, we do not talk to anyone. Two, we do not talk to anything. And three, if anyone asks for your name, just say no. Or perhaps just try to make it an aside. Their words have. I greatly respect Mr. Holiday, and I don't want to make any assumptions about the Fae. You can't really make assumptions about the Fae. They are impermanent in idea, and that scares me. Not just the tall mushrooms and the talking puddles, and surely we'll find some strange invisible cat and smoking caterpillar.
Ah, down the rabbit hole. I am familiar.
Yes, I am also familiar with that saying now. Is it alluding to Alice in Wonderland?
Yes, you could say I did a lot of research on that when I was in school, Kin.
You
Oh,
all,
I was about to say the same thing.
Nice.
Yes, not necessarily in school, but in recent days within my copious within
Free
the
time.
very limited the very limited time that I have to read books in the libraries.
Is
while
this?
you all go ahead, sorry.
Alan's just perplexed at like what Darla said and then like what Keen said. Like, now I'm not one for normally. I'm normally not one for not understanding euphemisms. Are you saying that you puffed? Right? Is that puffed?
I mean,
No, I actually did study about Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and that's what I was.
if I'm
Fairy
if I'm-
tales then.
Yes,
Twas
Y- y-
so
slick
they're
in the
called.
slithy toves, the gyre and gimble in the wave.
yes.
But if I'm being very honest, I don't understand euphemisms or even expressions in general. I do, at the same time, I'll say this though, I do recognize why humans enjoy saying cannon boat while being launched mid-air because it gives that very feeling um, of as if you're being launched as a cannonball into the air. However, I do think an alteration, for example, saying cannon boat, may have made the experience a lot better for me. Since
Personally, if I'm gonna enjoy some chaotic movements, I usually just shout Leroy Jenkins.
true,
Very.
I
I
have not heard
don't
of that
understand that one
term,
either.
but I will use it if I was launching the. Is it another term when you're launching the air?
No, if you're just gonna do something chaotic,
Got
you
it. I'll
feel like
use
doing
that.
something
If
I'll use that next time.
perfect. I
it's
can't
when
wait, Kin.
you ignore somebody's plan and just run in, you just shout
Got it.
Leroy Jenkins.
Uh,
Obviously, I don't. Oh, I do have an NPC there. Rika speaks. Well, you could always ask the fellas at the PC bong what Leroy Jenkins is.
I
I'm sure
will.
they could tell you.
I will certainly try to. Keen, when we get out of the hedge here, hopefully this is the hedge. Hopefully we're not directly in. Never mind. When we get out of the hedge, I'm going to write a book, and I'm going to write a book for you and for people who might need to catch up a little bit for those who are glamorous, as we say.
Oh, you are going to write a book that would predictably or potentially catch us up to speed with the humans? How pretentious of you.
No, I'm just trying to equip you with the tools to. Um, Never mind. Let's drop it. Let's go on. Let's
The
move on.
He's
well,
100% human. He doesn't
there
need to learn more stuff about being human.
exactly
Exactly.
during this conversation, the cat is like purring and rubbing on everyone's ankles and stuff as cats are wont to do. And then
I'm gonna talk to the cat.
okay, what do you
Does
say
it?
to the cat?
I'm just like, hey, what's up? Like, expecting the cat to speak English.
You hear. Oh,
Is that
hi.
wait? So does the cat does speak English?
Yeah, it purred and said, "Oh, hi."
Oh, hi,
Oh no! Oh
hi.
no!
Oh,
I think it's really weird that you all followed me. I was just I was just surfing the maelstrom, you know.
Are
I was
you a fey creature?
to be fair,
Well,
we were following
I'm a
the
cat.
the Rika, and I gesture to Rika.
Well, you see, cat. I just really you have quite a fluffy tail, and I want to pet it. Oh, oh, I understand. Oh, that makes perfect sense then.
Is
Um,
it? Do you have an easy way for us to get back out?
oh yeah. Hmm. Well, it's a little easier to get in than it is easier to get out, which is why I don't know why Mr. Holiday said that to you. Okay, so here's the deal. We're gonna have to just what it Leroy Jenkins is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Hmm?
We're gonna have to do that, but at that maelstrom to get back out.
Oh,
It's
So
it's
we
a bit of
can't make a plan. We just have to charge in.
yeah, you just gotta run in there and then it'll suck you back up in the air and throw you back onto the material plane.
Is there a limited window of time the maelstrom is active?
No, there's just really no telling where it's gonna put you. Um, what really this field? It's somehow connected to that playground, so that's why I was able to access it there. You see, um, my name's shit. Hold
Oh shit! Hold on.
on. No,
Well, it's very nice to meet you.
oh
Oh shit,
boy,
hold on.
my name's Nexus. I'm actually a familiar to a wizard in town. You may know him. Hold on 1 second, cause Leland's bad with names. Yeah, you and Lewis.
You and Lewis?
Yeah, you know him.
Never heard of them.
A
Of
colleague
course.
of yours.
Um, you could say that we're sort of
Let's
same.
roll a move.
Okay.
Everybody, roll your mind stat, and we're
Just
doing the figure someone out move. On
Alright.
if you want to see what that does, that's on the basic moves. Oh damn, Frank coming in here with the hot 13.
Speaking of, I actually wait. I need to get my dice. 1 second.
All good.
so
I could
it's
roll.
just a mind and what?
It's 2d6 plus your mind.
Okay. Well,
And we're doing the figure someone out move, which is in the basic moves tab on our spreadsheet. Top right.
Gotcha.
That would be an 8.
Well,
Okay.
ooh. That is an 8 for me, please.
All right.
I
Alright.
totally know that this is a TTRPG game where dices are supposed to be
Hey,
in game.
they're not used as much. They're not used super often in this game, so it's understandable.
Great. All right. And what stat is it again?
Your mind, which is a
My
2.
mind. Great. So 8.
8. We got a bunch of 8s. Okay.
Yep.
If you
And
haven't
a
played them,
13.
an 8 and a 13. Yep. All right. So 8s are good. 13s are really good. So we'll start with the 13. So let's see. You can ask. So if you have access to the spreadsheet, go to the basic moves tab, and at the top right, you are an oracle, so you're in power also. So you can actually ask an additional question because it says if you're in their circle, you get to ask an additional question even on a miss. So you can ask me 2 questions off of this list, Frank, about this character.
Okay.
You about the character you and Lewis. You're kind of doing a figure someone out through his familiar, which they're magically connected anyway, so they're kind of.
On a hit, ask 2. If
Yeah,
you're
see,
in their
on it-
circle, get an additional question.
Okay, so you get to ask 3. Yeah. Okay.
3.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if there's
Did
a
it
way,
have to be on here? Because I want to ask them if they know Tiny Pete and Tobin.
Yeah, I actually don't mind people coming up with their own questions in these scenarios, as long as it fits sort of the vibe of the move. You know what I mean? Like asking some information would fit that vibe. So, all right. So, do you want to know if you and Lewis and his familiar know Tiny Pete and Tobin?
And or what's their connection, or like do they have any kind of
Got it. Okay. So between Tiny Pete and Tobin, since you created them, who would be the more knowledgeable one?
with technicals and dealings, Tobin. But if it was like the person who is the most personable and Tiny Pete would be. Tiny Pete knows everybody in town, but
Which
he doesn't
one of
like. Yeah.
Which one of the 2 would have more like knowledge about like magical creatures?
Probably Tobin.
Okay, so you learned that through Nexus here, who is a boy cat. I will make an NPC entry for him because he's cool. Old Nexus here, he oftentimes will be like kind of like the middle cat between Ewan and Tobin about identifying magical creatures that the wizards in the town come across. So like Tobin's like the go-to guy for magical creature biology.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
and
I have.
in this whole process, though, when discussing it, you learn that Nexus is a normal cat who's been like magically like awakened, I guess, like to use D&D terms.
Okay. I guess what does your character worry is going to happen, or what does Nexus worry about what's going to happen?
Okay, so Nexus the cat worries that his owner, or not owner, his friend Ewan, is going to be overwhelmed with um, the new responsibility that he has, because he's like top wizard in town, basically, and not very well trusted either. And he assures you that Ewan's a good guy, and that he doesn't know why people don't trust him, and he's just worried for his companion. They call each other their companions.
Um. Oh, I guess I kind of wonder what the beef is with. I can I get the beef on Nexus slash Ewan Lewis's side with maybe potentially Alan Lore if there is any.
Yeah, Alan, tell us what that beef is.
So
There's a beef?
next, there isn't much of a beef. More of a it's a snafu. It's a little bit of a row. So Alan,
So is it medium rare or?
Shut up.
you
I'm
always manage to
allergic
twist
to
my
delay.
words against me, Keen. This is the last time. No, no. I love you, Bren. So Alan himself doesn't have a problem with Ewan, which is kind of a strange thing for Frank to note. Is that like Nexus might just mention Alan like stress that, but Ewan won an item in an auction that Alan really needed, and Alan himself is very interested in finding a way to reclaim it. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it isn't beef, but the energy in this conversation that Nexus might note would be the energy is very weird. There is something that Alan hasn't mentioned to you and to the others concerning his partaking of the mystical arts. The reason why he needs the item.
Oh, so I guess I don't know how far I'm going to push this role play, but like, so what's Nexus's interpretation of what Anthony just told us?
Um,
We don't have to push that far, but that's kind of.
I like that.
He writes. He writes Anthony's character Alan off as just another like jealous, misguided wizard
Okay.
who only has these problems because of this unnecessary lack of trust. Basically, what happened is that the person who ran the library, which is kind of whoever runs whoever's like the head librarian is basically like head wizard in town, quote unquote. And the librarian before you and Lewis died of mysterious circumstances. So, and being the paranoid bunch that they are, all wizards just assume he did it. Just assume Ewan did it. So, most wizards. And again, this is just the perspective of this wizard's familiar, so it's obviously probably very biased. Okay, so everyone else gets, let's see. Alan, you get to ask 3 questions as well, up to 3. If you don't want to ask that many, you can just ask as many as you want. But
So, Alan, We'll ask 3 questions. I think I have actually a couple questions in my head.
Okay,
Uh,
so one thing before you go, everybody make sure you go ahead and mark the XP spot for power, because even just attempting this move.
Okay.
okay, hold on. I'm just gotta do it because I'm on my phone here for this. Just the one of the tick marks, yeah.
Actually, yeah, if you need me to do it, I can do it.
No, I did. All right,
Okay.
so back to basic moves.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. I just
No,
didn't
you're
want
good.
people to forget.
So, the first question is, um, does Ewan is your companion? Does he know you do this? Is this something that you do often? Is that if that could be part of the same question?
This is he tells you in his cute little cat voice that uh no, he does not know that I'm doing this, and it would be nice of you to not tell him.
Ooh, very interesting. Not that's not something
But
I would say.
this is just you from your understanding from your conversation you have with him, it's curious cat stuff that's dangerous that he doesn't want his wizard to know he's doing, because the wizard doesn't want him doing it because it's dangerous. He doesn't want to lose his friend. So, but he's a curious cat and he's got to go on adventures, do cat stuff. This
No,
is
I gotcha. I gotcha.
this is his favorite adventure.
What
Since
is?
they won't let him on the slide at the water park, he has to do this.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You have to be this tall to ride. I understand the whole ordeal of that.
Can't be a cat. What's up with that?
What is Ewan's plans for the city? I don't have anything against Ewan. I don't know what has led Ewan to perhaps believe this, but I'm curious as to see what his new position, what he intends to do with his new position.
He wants to establish Lenwood Cove as like um, a one of the traditional magical cities, like Chicago and uh, New Orleans, and
Put it on the map, as it were, and especially since the
yeah,
veil is
exactly.
down, especially since the glamour fell off of Lenwood, and that people know what's going on in
Hmm.
Lenwood a little bit more than other cities.
And I've thought about that more, and I was thinking maybe that has historically happened to other cities as well, but it's like faded. It's like a almost like a glitch in the matrix, sort of.
No one's been able to document it like people can document with cell phones now. Like
Yeah, exactly.
because people doing like paintings of trolls and stuff. That's just artistic interpretation. That's imagination. A
Mhm.
photo and like a CCTV camera. That's harder to disprove.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Last question is, as I mentioned before, there is no supposed beef with me and you, and however, I am very interested. This is for the good of everyone. When I ask this, what would I need to do to get Ewan to perhaps make a trade with me regarding this item that I seek?
Um, Meet with him and see if he needs help with anything. Offer the olive branch or whatever, as another wizard.
I
Um,
think I can do
with
that.
with Linwood Cove in your interests as well,
I have
and then
much
he might have something for you.
I have much to offer him, and I have much to offer Lenwood Cove. Thank you very much for your cooperation, Nexus. You are a very loyal companion, and I'm excited by your dedication to your friend.
Yeah, and the interesting guys I mentioned in our chat about this cat knowing everything. The funny thing is he kind of does. He just sits around, listens, and purrs and
As
memorizes
most
everything.
cats would know everything. Cats
He's a
Exactly.
cat around town.
cat around
Exactly.
town. If you needed any information, it would be with the cat, of course.
Yes, exactly. Uh, and then okay, so Glyza, you can ask 2 questions because you
Uh
are of the wild circle, so you're
oh,
not.
okay.
You don't get to ask that bonus question at the end.
I thought I got an 8, so I thought it would just give me like 2 questions.
Yeah, it gives you two instead of three. The other two got through. I was just
Okay.
reiterating why the other two got 3 and you're only getting 2. It's not. It's just
Okay.
because they were both power circles.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Um, since I don't really care much about the wizards and stuff there, I'm just gonna go like, do you think we can all easily make it out of here pretty quickly, or is it gonna be a long thing?
Um, he assures you that it'll be quick, but it could be painful,
Ugh. All right.
or either painful or what's the word I'm looking for? Inconvenient.
I. Do we have to stay here and wait for the maelstrom to appear here, or do you have to go somewhere else? Because I would really rather come back to our playground. I don't want to be dropped anywhere else weird.
Um, this as long he tells you as long as the maelstrom remains in this field, you should reappear at the playground because the field and the playground are linked.
All right. I think Nexus can ask me a question.
Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to be asking you all questions, so I'll just go through and do that at the end if that's okay.
Okay.
All right. So and yeah, I'll just ask you one each one question at the end of this. So Keen, which 2 questions would you like to ask?
Actually, quick question to you, MC. So,
Okay.
does
Conceivably.
everyone heard? Like, does everyone hear each other's questions to Nexus? And
Yeah,
Nexus answer?
this is essentially just a role playing conversation that's being like you
Okay.
taking a step back and like
Great.
laying it
So
out for
I'm
information.
gonna
flow
use
from-
the context of the question. How do I put your character in my depth and say,
Yeah.
oh, so you're so this you and Lewis person should not know that you were out traveling through this portal. You say
Yeah.
it would be yes, it would be very dastardly if he manages to find out from a chirp of a bird or something like that. Am I right?
Keen.
I'll owe you one, okay? I'll owe you one.
Ah, very wonderful. As what I like to promote in my business is that I love to collaborate with every kinds of creature. You know, humans, non-humans, cats. Um, great. So, and then at the same time, though, I also like to promote collaboration, and this is gonna move to my second question. How do I get your character to um, help me out with something? Actually, I have another question. Do I know you and Lewis to a point where I like? How well do I know this Lewis person?
You and Lewis is, let me double check if I may have given him a higher with him being an anchor, he's at least 2. I mean, he's the librarian.
Okay.
There's some big powerful wizard librarian guy
Okay.
that no one likes.
Yeah.
And then it's this
So
one.
I'm gonna use the context of how could I get your character to help me out on something, and I'm gonna be like, at the same time, I would love to collaborate with my potential business partner, albeit you. Um, you could perhaps help me on something in regards to, could you give go through the archives of Ewan's archives, right, and find a book that is in relation to this you bark that I am looking for, or in
Yeah.
relation to the staff of Osiris.
Yeah. How about you can be my +1 and we can go to the archives together. It's usually only allowed for wizards and people that they ask to bring along, so I'm
Ah,
basically a wizard. So.
wonderful.
You can also be my +1 anytime you need, Keen. Just making sure you understand that that if you
Right.
had just
And I just want you to understand that I am establishing a business connection with my future partner, business partner here. So I think it is, rather more of this is more of a it is a plus one, but it's more of a business travels, between established business partners.
right, of course, this is a business meeting, purely business.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
all right,
definitely business.
so make sure on your character
Hmm.
you put that you are on your debts to collect
Yep.
that Nexus owes you one debt um, for blackmail.
Blackmailing a cat. I
Yes,
never
Cat
thought I'd
mail.
see it happen.
The
cat
worst
mail.
kind of blackmail, cat mail.
Yes, cat mail.
Cat tail.
I'm gonna put
Anyway,
cat mail. I'm gonna put
all
cat
right,
mail.
got it.
I
Well
didn't.
then,
I never thought it would come down to this blackmailing a cat.
yep.
That's okay.
Okay, so the cat is going to ask you each one question. So Frank, um,
Even though I got a 13.
yeah, on a 7 and 9. Never mind, you're right. On a 7 and 9, they don't get to ask you one. So just Alan, Gliza, and Keen, Mr. Frank over here. The cat doesn't want to talk to you anyway.
I was like,
Oh,
no
I will.
thanks.
I will gladly answer any casual questions, but if they're
The
gonna
cat
negatively affect me in the game.
the cat hates your vibe, honestly.
yeah, your vibe's just all off. But no, Alan. Um, because the cat doesn't believe you, what's your beef with Ewan? Why don't you trust him?
I look. I have been a wizard. I've been a reporter. I've been someone who's cared about this city for a very long time. Um, I try to trust people outright with with my heart. I I mean this truly. I and like he is like putting a finger in himself. I do not have beef with you. And like the connotation is he does not he truly does not have beef with Ewan, but someone else does. I wish I could tell you more, but what you have to understand is I am trying to develop a very positive relationship with your friend. And even if there is someone in this equation you are not seeing, that their feelings on the matter don't count at the moment.
Okay. And he mentions that when next time you talk to Ewan, he he does tell you. Nexus tells you that Ewan mentioned, sort of in passing, that and kind of jokingly, that he needs a PR person uh, to try and help gain trust with the community. So he says, if that's being a reporter, if that's something you think you could help with, then that he would probably be very grateful. AKA, he would owe you some debts, and he's a status 3 wizard, so having debts from him would be pretty valuable.
That would be very valuable. I have actually thought of giving that. Before we continue out of character, thank you so much, Lords and Ladies of Fate, for the party of 8. Thank you so much for the raid. We have a Urban Shadows campaign for all of you. It's very exciting. We're in the middle of talking to a talking cat.
Yeah, no big deal. Oh, while they're standing in a blue field in the Fey realm, while a magical maelstrom rages on in the distance as well. So, well, they're standing under the shade of a giant mushroom cap. Things are weird right now. um, and okay, so Glyza, I'm just gonna ask your character, Darla. Oh, who pulls Darla's strings?
Um, this person named Phoenix.
Phoenix? Are they like like a motorcycle person, or like
I
a
don't.
metal band or something? Why are they named
That's
Phoenix?
I don't know. They're just named Phoenix, and for whatever reason, they're obsessed with me, and that's it, pretty much.
Hmm.
That's the string puller, I want to say.
Sounds like a very toxic relationship. You should.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um,
I don't even know what he wants, but whatever, it's fine. As long as I'm alive, I think.
Salt circle.
okay.
I've tried to help. Restraining orders, salt circles. Doesn't seem to work with Phoenix.
Oh damn.
Yep. Phoenix is
Persistent.
a handful. Nexus.
Okay.
I have kept Tori informed about this Phoenix.
Oh yeah, that's good. Good person to keep informed. As out of character, obviously. But I'm very good about if even if it's just me making my voice sound squeakier, it should be pretty easy to tell when I'm talking in character, out of character with NPCs. All right, so let's see. Keen.
Yes.
What does your character have any beef with any other imps or demons or anything in the city?
In this city,
Yeah, or just yeah. Well, probably.
let's just say I have. Let's just say I have some prospects that I am not willing to work with.
Okay, that's
Out
very vague,
of
but
I have to be more specific.
you don't. No, you don't.
Okay,
I'm just joking.
okay.
You be as vague as you want. I mean, look at
But
Frank.
yeah, as I have prospects, I have people I am not willing to work with out of the protection of not only my services, my employees, as well as my business partners, such as yourself.
And just because I don't want you to feel left out, Frank, you don't have to answer this if you don't want. The cat asks um, how he could get your character to do a like a divination ceremony for him, like a fortune telling session, basically.
Well, what do you want to know?
Um, well, I just need to know: is it true? Do cats have 9 lives?
Um, you know, well, there's a brand.
Because I feel like I'm on 7.
You feel like you're on your seventh?
I'm down to 7.
Oh, um, well, like lives are in the eye of the beholder. And if you're an old cat, you're probably not going. Cats
I'm only
don't live that
4.
long. You're only 4,
Yeah.
and you're an outdoor cat, so you're probably only gonna live till like you're about halfway there. But
Frank!
I'm not outdoor all the
Frank!
time.
Oh god, I'm so sorry about that, Nexus. Frank has a very interesting
Frank
way
has
of telling bad
issues.
news. Yeah. Yes,
I mean,
thank you.
if
I
you were
didn't
haunted by your ex dead wife, wouldn't you have issues?
Exactly.
I'm very
I mean,
polite, polite to say it.
you don't have to worry about how many lives you have. It's you just gotta live it. You only have so many years, is what I'm going for here.
Live in the moment. Yeah, I think I can.
That's what I try to tell you, and when he tells me not to come and go surfing the maelstrom.
You
So
only live once.
Exactly.
Unless you're a cat, then it's yont. You only live 9 times.
I'm sure we can ask each other more questions when we are outside of the Feywild. And
Oh
Alan,
yeah, for
Yes.
sure.
oh sorry.
We will say that during this whole conversation, the cat's just been reassuring you that the maelstrom will mosey on over again, and we'll say by the time you're all finished talking, whatever, you're not too far away from the maelstrom. You can just run over and hop into it. But what were you saying, guys? Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna be like, as soon as the maelstrom is nearby,
Yeah.
um, Darla's gonna take a deep breath and just say Leroy Jenkins underneath her breath and just runs to the maelstrom. that's
Excellent.
basically like I'm holding on that action. The minute it like is nearby, that is what Darla's gonna do.
Got it. Okay. So pretty much all of you have to do that in order, because there's really no peaceful way to enter a violent maelstrom of energy that
Uh-huh.
hopefully teleports you to where you need to go. So everyone pretty much has to do that. So if everyone could go ahead and roll blood. We're going to do an
Ooh.
escape a situation. It's on also
But
on the basic moves tab. Go ahead.
man, could it before all this happened? A little wreck. Can
Of
I
course.
contact? Can I see if I can contact any of my workers at Elseworld, like Nira,
Um,
through my phone?
the signal. The
The
signal's not.
signal does not.
Is
Okay.
the signal pops in and out. it
Okay.
seems it seems to be there. The signal seems to be there. You get like a couple of bars whenever the maelstrom gets closer to you, but the further the maelstrom away is, like
I
the
see.
less signal you get.
Cool. Cool. Good to know. Good to
You
know.
can send a text. You
Okay.
can squeeze a text through the into another dimension.
Okay. And then another thing during my research, my very bad research, or my research of the U branch, or U wood, do I
Mhm.
know there are like any like potential findings of it in the Fey realm?
Uh, yes, actually, the tree is not extinct here. So if you could, you could probably hit up Mr. Holiday or something, and then have them
Mm-hmm.
escort you back here easily to get it, to chop a tree down and then come back.
Mm-hmm.
Or go ahead, Alan. You were saying?
Oh, nothing. Just let me know when we're ready to roll because I already have my
Yeah,
results.
yeah. I'm
Mm.
ready to roll now.
Yeah, yeah. If everyone, all right. So Frank, you got a 9. So Frank, all right. So under escape a situation, on a hit, you get away, and you get to choose one of these. And then on a 7 to 9, I also get to choose one. So pick one of these bullet points here. What during your escape? So again, the escape is what it largely looks like. We'll actually not start with Frank. We'll start with Darla, since she technically went into there first. But what it's going to look like is you just running into a tornado, and it just sort of like whipping you up into the air and blasting you off into the sky, and hopefully you phase through into the playground.
Okay. So I roll
So
my
yeah,
I rolled my blood, right? My
yep,
escape situation.
yep.
All right. So that is actually rolling really well today. That is a 10 plus my blood. That is an 11.
Okay, cool. So you just get to choose one of the bullet points. That happens.
Right.
Here.
See. Get away and choose one.
And explain how it makes sense afterwards.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna say I suffer harm during my escape because, of course, I do. I just run into it.
Mm-hmm.
And without like I did not plan it. I was just like, I'm gonna run into this because the cat told me just run into it. I should have thought better. Like protected myself a bit more, but I didn't. Should have remembered that the cat said it was gonna be painful. But Darla is just like tired and just runs into it and suffers harm during my escape.
We'll say like the whipping and twisting and stuff
Hmm.
makes you pull a muscle, like in your leg or something.
Yeah,
Like
a little limp.
yeah, exactly. So on your character, you would click, which you know this, I'm sure you would click. Where's the damn harm? Your faint harm.
Hmm.
So the first box there. Um, okay, and you heal things in this game in the same order that you took them. So you heal faint first, and then the next level next, and then obviously, like if you have like a serious injury, it would take longer to heal. So just for those who didn't know. But anyway, so a faint injury can just be healed from a night's sleep, though. So I don't want anybody to get too worried. That's all I'm saying. Okay, back to the moves. Okay, and then who ran into it next after Glyza did?
I think Alan would, but I rolled a 4.
Okay,
I failed.
I
I
like
failed.
that.
I whiffed hard, And so I can imagine Alan going, Lee Jeans, and just get sucked up, and just didn't go through it right at all.
Yep.
I hate
Legion.
teleportation.
So, okay. So this is a straight fail. The escape the situation.
Uh-oh.
All right. So I don't. I'm gonna fail you forward a bit. So
You can.
you make
I'm
your
happy
way
for
through.
consequences, by the way. So if you wanna,
Yeah.
if you're trying to pull a punch, I'm okay with a punch.
Yeah, of course. You fail forward a bit. You all right? So you get sucked into the maelstrom, and instead of teleporting you to the playground, um, it teleports you on the beach. Like, let's see how many miles away this is. Like 11 miles away onto the beach. You have all your
Ooh.
stuff with you, but you're not really sure which beach you're on. you and you look, you can check your GPS on your phone and tell that you're still in Lenwood Cove, though.
He goes to pull out his cell phone. Like, there's this long sigh of like, just like begins to dial, and then just reaches in his pocket, and like, oh, and my keys are here too. My car's, oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna get towed. I put it in a pay for parking. Am I getting reception? I think I can try to
You
pay
get
for
reception,
parking.
but it's low. It's like 1 or 2 bars, teetering.
So I'm just kind of a little waterlogged and just very tired of this, and just begins to try to call any one of them.
Let's say you're sitting there leaning up against a piece of driftwood, and like a fiddler crab runs across your feet, startles you a bit, but you manage to get connected to like Rika or something. Speaking of, Rika managed to make it through. She managed to make it through, but she dropped her cell phone.
Ooh.
Aw.
Dropped her cell- So if you try to call Rika, it just goes straight to voicemail because it's in another dimension and the signal's not not connecting.
Oh
um,
well. Rika can get herself a new phone. It's fine.
I need a
yeah,
new phone.
exactly.
We need a new phone plan. We
Exactly.
need a
One
new
that
phone
one that
plan.
actually go an extra
Yeah.
dimensional plan.
It's about time we switch to.
Funny enough, I bet that exists. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
In this world, that probably exists, and it's probably expensive as shit. You probably have to pay in like rubies, magical rubies, or something, like not
Yeah.
actual cash. Um, all right, and so who went in next after Alan and Rika?
Uh, oh, me maybe, cause Kian is still trying to figure out
Keen is
about
his keen.
you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll hop in, and with my I'll owe a debt to somebody for helping me, and I'll owe a debt to the cat, and now I can do
Oh.
I could I could do that foresight or the skim the surface thing.
Okay.
I don't have that many moves. I could do a fortune telly for the cat.
Yeah. Let it out probably lets you do something, right? Look into the recent past or coming future of a place or nearby object. So like let it out. It's kind of like your basic oracle stuff. That's like almost like 4 moves in one,
I gotcha.
which is pretty cool. Um, but anyway, yeah. Okay, cool. So you owe a debt to. Okay, so we will say you kind of like laugh to yourself when the cat said, "Technically, I'm a wizard too," earlier. But then you see the cat use telekinesis to like stabilize you, uh, and because you would have flown off like who knows how many miles in the other direction like Alan did, but the cat caught you in time and managed to like stabilize you with telekinesis and pull you down. So basically, like the cat's floating in the air and you're floating in the air, and there's just like some like, and if you can see magical auras, there's like some sort of telekinetic aura surrounding both of you. But so yeah.
Okay.
And the cat is quick to say you owe me one. So, and then
Okay,
who?
fine.
And then Keen,
Yep.
you managed to.
I didn't roll. I can roll now because I didn't roll yet.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Okay.
2d6 plus blood,
Uh-oh.
unless you have a move that says otherwise.
Yeah, no, I don't, you know. I rolled a 4.
Another 4. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what direction you go in 11 miles.
Dangerous place.
All right.
Dangerous
So
place.
you find yourself. Let's see. Do I have you all on the map screen? Yeah. All right. So I can actually move the tokens. So Alan, you find yourself down here, and then Keen, you find yourself up here, in
Want me
like
to
the
pull up the map?
mountains. You want to pull it up on the stream?
Yeah. You want me to pull up the map on the stream?
I don't think it's necessary because it just take up time. So for those curious at home, we've got on our map here, 11 miles to the south, Allen was launched onto the beach, and 11 miles to the north, Keen was launched into the mountains.
Mm,
So you
nice.
find yourself like teetering on a cliff, Keen, when you appear. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, you have to like kind of like scuttle your butt back a bit to like get on stable ground. You almost fall. It's a
Right.
little startling. And then so we will go ahead and go on break. So everybody is basically in there. So the rest of you that ended up in the so Darla and Frank, we'll say you're all kind of looking around for the others for a bit before you realize that they didn't end up where they belong. And that is one thing the
Uh-huh.
cat said is that it could happen. So um and then Alan and Keen, you're sort of just we'll leave off with you just both sort of frantically trying to get your bearings after you were teleported somewhere random. All right, so we'll go ahead and go on break and
Mhm.
stick around for. We'll go on break for 15 minutes. So go ahead and anybody that's watching, if there is anybody watching, you can go and
There's a
grab
lot of
yourself a
people
snack.
watching.
Oh,
Fair
that's
amount of
weird.
people watching. Yeah, it's
Oh
kind of
my
awesome.
god.
Don't tell
Hi
me that.
guys.
Just
So
say there's no
They
one
watch
watching.
me blackmail a cat.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
A
You're never
lot of
gonna get
people
any
watching.
opportunities in this town.
Yeah.
welcome to Lenwood Cove, boys. We'll see you in 15 minutes. Catch you later. Bye bye.
Bye.
And we are live. Welcome back to Urban Shadows Somehow Human. We just got back from a short break. I am somehow on a beach. Keen is somehow on a mountain. And everything is kind of, yeah, weird.
I don't see why you're complaining. Those are two very sought after vacation spots. So.
Exactly.
Darla would send a text message to both of them, to both Alan and Kane, because we're at the park. I have a limp, but at least I'm at the park, but I don't see the other two, so I'd send them a text message. Like, where are you guys at?
Alan will call Darla. Does Darla have a custom ringtone for Alan?
No, Darla does not have custom ringtones for anyone.
Fair. Fair. That's very fair.
Except for Phoenix. Phoenix's ringtone is just, just a sad Pac-Man sound.
Oh
Because it's
no.
Phoenix. That's
Dying
the only
Pac-Man.
one that she. That's the only one that she has a phone thing for. Picks up. What's up? Where are you guys at?
I don't know where Keen is. I'm on a beach.
Do you have my phone? Ask him if he has my phone.
All right.
Is Rika there? I've been trying to call her for a couple
Rika's
times now.
not with you?
No, I'm on a beach. I checked my GPS. I'm still in the city. Thank God. Do you know where Rika is?
I don't know where Rika is.
Yeah, you haven't seen her.
Oh.
You haven't seen her since you got here.
Sure she's just here. Like, you guys are all. I mean, at least you are in the city. So. I mean, if you're at the beach, and you're still in the city, I'm pretty sure you can easily find. I'm here at the park with Frank, and it's just the two of us here. So.
Okay.
The cat is there as well.
Oh, and the cat.
The cat's here.
Rika is.
Yeah.
Rika is usually very, very good about responding to her phone, so this is fairly bad. Can you pick me up? Do you have a ride? I can try to tube her here if I need if I need to, but
Sure. I just need to know, like, I think we also need to look for where Keen is. But I have a car, I suppose. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
I have visions.
You? Okay.
Maybe I could find somebody.
Yeah, you could.
All right. Well,
what's going on over there? What are you guys talking about?
We'll talk to you later. I'll call you back.
Oh.
Whatever. When I'm on the way.
When can?
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
I would allow this part where it says channel a powerful prophecy from beyond concerning a present character. I would let that work like a tracking spell if you wanted to try and do that.
I actually, somewhere while Frank sits up, I will use the channeling ability. I would like to channel using my spirit. And I'm pulling.
So...
go ahead.
No, I'm saying which one is this?
Channeling is for folks at home. When you channel and collect your magic, when you channel and collect your magic, roll a spirit. 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 or 9, hold 3 and choose one from the list below. On a mist, hold 1, but you can't channel again in this scene. So essentially, I am gathering magic. I'm gathering magic to cast a spell.
Okay.
You're gathering the magic instead of Magic the Gathering.
I am also a wizard on the coast. I'm also a wizard on the coast.
You are a wizard on.
Yeah.
I'm a wizard on the coast.
Oh my god.
Wah, wah.
I got you, Brian. I got the bad jokes
Actually, I
now
want
too.
to change Phoenix's ringtone to just wah wah.
Well, since you're the
Thank
wizard
you.
on the coast, I'm gonna need you to fire Mike Merles right now.
Done and done.
Hashtag. Throw a hashtag in the beginning.
Yeah.
We've got a cause.
When you say Mike Merles, I say how far, how hot.
All right, I love it. Okay, Mr. Wizard of the Coast, you begin to collect beach magic, which is salty in its flavor. So roll me a spiritus.
Spiritus Sancti. I rolled a 4 and a 5. That's a 9. Plus my spirit. That's 2. That's an 11.
11. All right, cool. So you hold 3. So, cool. You've got 3 magic.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Frank. I didn't mean to stop your ability as well.
Oh no, that's fine. What do I do? Spirit?
Yes, you would do. Where is it?
It's
Let
it's
it
a
out.
let it out. It's not
Yep,
a.
spirit, and it's a move on basic moves. So on a hit, you mark corruption and activate an ability from your playbook. And I will tell you if the effect is costly, limited, or unstable. But you got a 10 plus, so there will be. You can either choose to ignore the corruption or the complications from it.
I'll ignore the complications and I'll take the corruption.
Yeah, corruption's fun. Take it. Take it.
I have too many windows open. I'll take a
Sorry.
corruption.
That's why you need to have 3 screens like me. Come on.
I've got 1 Chromebook and a phone.
You're doing so good, Bo.
Yeah. So I am trying to figure out where Rika is.
Okay.
Because Keen still has his phone, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Keen is phoneful. Instead of phoneless.
All right.
Okay, so we will say it was okay that you went ahead and got your stuff started, Mr. Wizard of the Coast, because it's going to take a little bit for you to channel. You got to meditate, do some woo stuff, Super Saiyan mode, got to power up. So that takes a bit. And so while that's going on, tell us what your character's experience is when you start tapping into visions, and maybe what it looks like to an outside observer.
I don't know if anybody's watched Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Of course. I'm 30.
And
3.
the fortune telling fox lady, how she has a vision and she just her head just goes her head goes back, her mouth is open, and it's just this dial tone, the phone's ringing.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's creepy. I like it.
Yeah.
You're tapping into the ether, and that's the noise it makes. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it makes the AOL dial-up sound.
Okay, got it. All right, so you're just dip your head back like you're possessed by a demon, and you just start emitting internet noises. As weird as that is, and as kind of funny as it is, it's very kind of creepy, uncanny valley, why does this creep me out so much vibe. So I don't imagine Darla is super into this experience. How does Darla feel?
First of all, how old is Darla?
Darla is normal human age. She is 25.
So is she old enough to remember the AOL dial-up sound?
Yeah, she knows. She's wait, actually, let's make her my age. Well, I don't know why I made her 25. She's 33.
Hey,
And she knows what AOL dial-up is. And is well, that's creepy. And just
30s
take
are
a
cooler
steps
than
back.
20s.
And it's funny because she's not creeped out by the ghosts in the playground. She's creeped out by Frank doing this, and just steps back and looks around for her ghost friends for comfort.
Your ghost friends probably don't really like this either. So they might not who knows? We'll see in a minute. I'll roll and see if there are any ghost friends. All right, so let's see. Frankfurt. I'm gonna give everyone nicknames this session for some reason. So you avoid any complications, but you could feel yourself giving in to the power when the AOL noise emits from your gullet. And as far as you see, I imagine your character's just sort of blacked out and sort of dreaming, sort of vaguely seeing visions. Okay, so you see. Give me 1 second. We got something here. I'm gonna roll on a I'm gonna. I am going to, because I like random encounters. I'm gonna roll one and see what's
Uh-oh.
happening to Rika.
Oh no.
I rolled a 2. Why is that? Why do you assume that it's bad if I roll one? Anyway, oh shit. Okay, this is bad. You see Rika.
Yes.
You see
Consequences.
Rika.
no.
Why do you assume it's bad? Oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
You see Rika in an alleyway. She has stumbled upon a vampire feeding on someone, and she's like blocked in. And you can see this like this sort of vague verbal interaction that it just sounds like the adults in Peanuts. So you can't really know what's being said, but you do see the vampire who you can roll night, 2d6 plus night to see. You do get a clear image of the vampire. So let's see if you know this person. We're doing the put a name to a face move. It's in the other moves tab, top left on circle moves. But anyway, yeah. So roll 2d6 plus. Okay, so 7. So on a hit, okay. This person isn't any of the NPCs. This is a vampire who feeds off of flesh. And he is not accepted in the vampire community. He's like a vagrant.
He's a pariah.
A pariah. Yeah, we can use that word too.
I think that's a better word, actually.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Piranha.
Well, he is a vagrant as well. He's homeless. That's the better word for homeless. Anyway, come on. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway,
He's marginally housed.
Yes, he's marginally housed, and he eats king people's flesh. He is this older Caucasian male with a thick, gross beard, and that's like this hasn't seemed like it's been washed after feedings.
Wait, what? He's been washed after feeding?
No, he doesn't seem like he has not washed his beard after feeding. So his beard's like stained red and like crusty. It's disgusting. Yes, and you know that the vampire community has been trying to find him for a while. And yes, so clearly Rika is and you know that this is in the Night District on the map here. Let's see. This is a few blocks north of the Old Town Theater.
Old Town Theater.
Yeah, so you actually have like kind of like a hunch as to where it is as well. You don't see any like visual markers or anything, but you just know you're normal. But yes, so that's what you see, and then your vision fades as Rika pulls out her athame, which is her ritual dagger, and she engages with the vampire in combat, while the other person missing chunks of their neck and cheek are just unconscious on the ground, and that's where that vision ends.
All right.
And so we had some other things happening. A lot of people were doing some stuff all at once.
Yes.
So
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah. First off, I want to try to send a text to Mr. Holiday.
Okay.
Saying, hello, friend. Could you give me a slab of, or at least, if not, if you can, 2 slabs. I'm assuming like slabs of basically the amount of the yew bark that would work, or that would like um make up the scepter.
Yeah.
But
So
I'm not.
you would need a branch that you
Okay.
can carve, like a big branch that
I
you
want to
can
ask for
carve
2
down.
branches.
Okay, 2 branches. Okay.
Yep. And then after sending that text message, and just to be clear, what was the text that Alan you sent to the group, or someone sent to the group? Liza, you sent to the group, right?
I just said, "Where is everyone?"
Yeah. Okay.
Specifically, Kane and Alan.
All right, and I say I am currently at Elseworld Virtual Cafe.
That's right. I forget that the imp can just like walk through a door and end up back at like their house.
Yes.
Cool.
I'll
As long
reveal
as you're
my
Testing.
trick.
safe,
One,
that's fine.
two. Testing. 1,
Is
2.
are there? And I put, is everyone identified, or do we need to pick up any stragglers?
I think we're looking for Rika.
But we're not looking for her identity. We still know who she is.
Alan has finished his ritual by now.
Yes.
And I think he had carved some symbols into the sand, and he got into meditative stance. People who would look at him would see a snow-white beard begin to grow out of his chin at a rapid rate, and his eyes would kind of crackle with this like blue electricity. And he is going to reach into his persons and take out a vial of blood with Rika written tape. Don't worry, she has his blood too. And they
I'm worried.
he will
It's
cast
like a Machine
tracking.
Gun Kelly and
Yes.
what's it? I can't.
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly relationship.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
Yeah.
I know I know Machine Gun
okay.
Kelly.
You don't
As
have to,
as
it's
the
fine.
other paternal half, I am concerned. Keen is very concerned.
Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, they're
Yes.
weird and like have like vials of each other's blood and necklaces and stuff.
Mm.
That's
Oh,
it was a
fantastic.
pop culture reference.
I only know Machine Gun Kelly for their feud with Eminem for like 5 seconds. Anyways,
Yeah.
he is casting the tracking spell, which requires a lock of hair or fingernail clippings, body. This is the leavings of the body, and I know the exact location of the location of a specific person.
I will say, because that you two are sort of magically bound through your her being your ward and stuff, and that her safety is your sworn duty. You can kind of tell she's distressed.
Yeah, that's why he used the vial, like specifically. Like I don't have time to try to contact them again. They're in trouble. I need to know now. Like, ping.
And you're actually not hella far away from them, but you are on like an abandoned beach that doesn't have public access. That you're able to like march through the woods to like get up to the main road.
So I'm nearby. Do I know? Can I? I'm just gonna start huffing it. I'm calling Darla again.
Okay, so you are. Let me. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna. You're about 4 miles away. From. Yeah, actually, hold on. Yeah, you're about 4 miles away from where she is.
Probably have an actual phone in my ear. What's up?
I am running towards Cobble Drive right now. Pick me up this instant, if you can, please.
Alrighty then.
Rika is in danger. I know where she is.
Okay, cool. We're gonna go ahead and get there. And then I hang up the phone again. I tell Frank what I learned, and I'm gonna go in the car. Do you want to stay here? I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna send out a text message at this time. Is Alan being irresponsible again? And then I'm gonna start calling Rika's phone.
Yeah, and it just rings. It goes to voicemail after about 8 or 9 rings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Darla is just in the car, getting ready to go in the car. Frank is free to join, or not, but we're just gonna drive to where Alan is.
How did I get here? Do I have a car? Did I drive here? Did somebody pick me up?
Oh, to the I believe Alan picked you up. Because Alan picked you up because he said, "Come and pick me up. I've got a like." And then that was in the car ride. You talked about the vision, and you fed him
Yeah.
the the bullshit about the vision at first. I believe is what it happened in a car ride.
Okay. Oh, what if I drive Alan's car?
That
He has
works.
the keys. He has the keys on him.
Oh,
Are you gonna
Like, I
hotwire
can't
his
figure
car?
out how to make this thing happen.
I mean,
I
you
mean,
can
you can
figure it
hotwire
out.
it.
You can
You can
hotwire
You
the
could if you
car.
want.
I'm a magical person. I am a magical boy. I'm sure I can figure out how to make a car work.
I don't know.
Well, I'll see you there. I
All
need
right.
to. I'm sure he'll appreciate that you brought his car.
Okay, hold on. You can twist the strands of fate to help or hinder an NPC in your presence.
Oh,
That could be reframed in some way, maybe.
so what you're saying is the car is an NPC?
So I can twist the strands of the ignition to help a car.
Well, you could say maybe that Alan actually left the keys in the car instead of having them in his pocket.
Oh, that works.
Oh,
Or,
that's
there's
so
a spare
cool.
key underneath the seat
Yeah.
or something.
Yep.
I don't know. I have
Yeah.
a spare key in my car for.
Yeah.
I have a.
Same here.
I don't
I
have
have
a car.
what's it called? A valet key in my car.
That's
Mm.
cool. So
Because you don't want to give them like your whole like giant ball of keys. You
I've
just
got
want
this-
one key that doesn't have the fob and
Mhm.
they don't feel like stealing from you.
I've got this service. It's called Mom, and I'm like, Mom, I like my keys in my car. You have a spare? Help! And then they come and rescue me.
Well, no, see, the thing about having a valet key in your car is that when you lock your keys in the car, all of the keys are locked in your car.
Oh no!
All of the
Jesus.
keys.
So we will say just a little. You take one thread of fate out and put another one in, and we'll say that you just made past Alan forget his keys in the car, and they're just sitting on the passenger seat.
Fair enough.
You now have the keys of my Pontiac Aztec, my 2001 Pontiac Aztec.
Banging ride. Nice whip.
I'm gonna say this is a classic, but you could have taken better care of it.
It is
Yeah.
not a classic.
I'm gonna go see. Maybe it was a sarcastic
20-year-old
saying
car.
it's a classic. What was I? Oh no, I'm gonna go find Rika.
Okay, so all right, so you hop in his car and just drive off, and you're like, I already know where Rika is, I'm going. And then Darla, you are in your car going to pick up Alan, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to call Alan now.
Okay.
I'm assuming you tried to reach up to Rika, but to no avail.
I found the location. I'm on their way. They are distressed.
Where is the location?
Two blocks away from the old theater in the Night District. I am running my way down Cobble Street right now.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna hang up. I'm going to start calling Tori.
I also text Keen capital words damage control, which means that he intends to go loud with his magic.
Okay.
So, okay, you call Tori. We'll say it's like 11 p.m. Based on just the Feywild having weird time compared to Earth time. But yeah, it's about 11 p.m. You call Tori. You can hear the hustle and bustle of the of like a bar atmosphere behind her. She works the bar sometimes because she just opened up the like the lounge area at the lodge, and so she only has like one other employee, and sometimes so they basically take turns bartending, even though she owns the place. But yeah, you hear the hustle and bustle of a bar, and you hear.
Salutations, Tori. Normally, I would. Oh, go ahead.
Hey, hey, it's my boy Keen. How's it going? She's got like a Staten Island accent.
Normally, I would like to continue further with the small talk to practice humane conversations with you, but there is an urgent
Hold,
emergency that I am requesting your assistance.
hold on a second. I can barely hear you. Hey, I'll get you a damn drink in just a second. I got a phone call. It's important. And then she steps in the back. You can hear the crowd a lot more muted from wherever she's talking to you from. All right. What's happening? What do you need? What's going on?
Um, Also, just to be clear, you told me there was at the cobblestone streets of the Night District. Alvin, sorry,
Yeah, I think that's where Alan said. Yeah, Cobble
Uh,
Street.
Cobble Street, yeah.
Cobble Street. Um, there's a potential threat at Cobble Street at the Night District.
Well,
Potentially a supernatural being.
well, you how? Okay. I mean, I'm one person. I mean, I can make some calls and let some people know. But I gotta run the bar. I'm the only one here tonight.
If there are any help near the district, please send them on their way. I can set in coordinates as well. Please do so.
All right, you got it. I'll call somebody. I know somebody that works in that area. So, well, I
Great.
hope whatever it is, that you're all right
Yes.
and your friends are all right.
Got it. Thank you. And then I will hang up the phone. And then I'm at a cliff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna take a running leap and yell, Leroy Jenkins. And right before I hit the bottom of whatever it is, I'm going to let it out and teleport my butt into Elseworld Virtual Cafe.
All right. Okay, so I love it. Okay. Let me look at this. Okay. Yep. Teleport into your establishment from any distance
Mhm.
or position. I love that
Yep.
so much. Okay.
Also,
Uh,
just to be clear, I was planning to use it at the Pharaoh. I was trying to find a way to use it at the Pharaoh, but the Twister came, so might as well.
all right. So let's. I hope you roll well. Is all I can say. 'Cause
Oh, oh no, we had to roll for it. Oh
yeah.
god, I didn't know.
Yes!
Yeah. You
This is
roll
exactly
spirit.
what I wanted!
It's
Great.
one way to learn.
All right, all right. Wonderful. All right. So, how what do I roll?
Spirit.
Spirit. My spirit isn't that bad.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's a 0.
All right. That could be worse. It could be a
Alright.
negative.
Yeah, it could be worse. It could be worse. Okay.
Did you roll at least a 7?
Higher than that. 8.
Okay, good. 8. All right, good.
Oh.
All right, so yeah, you. All right, so I watched a TikTok the other day, and this person's main chute gave out, and they were filming it, and they just started like casually flipping off the main chute because they had a backup chute or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just imagine you're in that scenario where your main chute doesn't work quite at first, and you're like, okay, hold on. You're like trying to tap into the location,
Yep.
and it's like fizzles, and then at the last minute, your ass touches grass, and then you're in. Yeah, you violently land into the computer chair you teleported into, but it does not fall over. You just like
I have truly embodied the words of the Roman poet Horace's whenever he says carpe diem. All right, I'm gonna run out and start and open my utility
Jesus.
van, and I am driving all the way to where the whatever Alan told me in terms of the address.
got it. Okay, so you're about 9 miles away
Okay.
from where it's happening, but you just haul ass and
Yep, haul ass.
okay, so everybody's in their respective vehicles, all headed to this same location. We will say, let's go ahead and do a quick scene of uh, Darla picking up Alan
Okay.
on the side of the road next to that next to that like beach access or whatever.
He still has that snow white beard, so he's all like it's hard to recognize him at first.
Um, basically what Darla would do, you basically see this really quick red with a white stripe Mini Cooper just like driving really quickly and just sort of like, initial D style, like right in front of you. And it's like just rolls down the window and it goes, Alan?
Alan didn't flinch, by the way, when like you drift like up to him. Like there's no
This is
there's
nothing new.
nothing new, but like there is this no fear in his eyes, and like he gets in, and he's like, "We need to go now."
Gotcha. And then she just starts driving and is like, "Are you okay? You look different."
Uh, I am fine. When we get there, I will be casting magic. I will declare the zone of effect. Be sure to not stand in it.
All right. And then just drives.
You're a good friend.
No problem. I hope Rika is fine. You sound a little worried about her.
I'm worried
Mm,
for
okay.
what's making her feel in danger.
Right. Got it. Cool. I'm gonna turn some music on, if that's okay.
Oh, of course. Let's see what I've got here. There we go.
They just play something on the radio.
Yeah.
And it's
And as for the viewers, I'm going to play Acid Trumpet by Kevin MacLeod.
that is exactly what plays on the radio. It's perfect.
Nice song.
Yep.
Do you like jazz?
Hey, sure. This is just Phoenix's. He pays for stuff, and I just drive it. He likes this kind of things.
He just has no response. He is kind of staring forward onto the road, like tapping his knee with his fingers.
Yeah, and Darla's like, well, this is uncomfortable in her head, and just drives, as fast as she can, because she's a fast driver. Because she believes, like, basically, like she has really nothing to live for the way she drives. So, I mean, she does have something to live for, but like in her head, she's like, I drive like I have nothing to live for. It's fine. And just
Yeah.
goes.
To quote the imp move, I'm a fucking demon.
She is
Who
not.
cares? A little bit.
She is a little bit. Like she has friends. Well, I wouldn't
Yeah,
call
that's
Phoenix
my
a friend,
move.
but still.
Just wait until she goes demon mode on something, and then
Yep.
you'll have harder time arguing that she's not a demon.
We'll see.
All right, so we will say because of the trip, I will say Frank probably arrives first because Frank knows exactly where this place is. And Darla and Alan will probably arrive last because Darla had to drive all the way down here to pick Alan up and then loop back around. Keen will be close behind Frank because Keen teleported barely to a somewhat nearby location.
And during my traveling distance, has Tori contacted me if anyone else is gonna help?
Yes, good question. Thanks for reminding me.
Yes.
Yes, actually, she tells you of. You know what? I'm gonna pull an NPC from my home game because I've got this. My Discord server is just right next to each other. I can just click on it.
Yeah.
And then move one over. Okay, here we go. I like Skype. Anyway, so you. Sorry for those at home. I'm just scrolling through some pages endlessly. Okay. She tells you her friend Kamari will be down there. He is a hunter who specializes in vampires.
Okay.
and dabbles in demons. Dabbles in demons. That sounds like a band name. Anyway, all right. So his full name is Kamari Adesanya. He is a Saudi demon hunter
Yeah.
who uses falconry in his work.
Okay, cool. I'll be in contact with him, and we'll be giving him the coordinates or the address too.
Okay. Yep. She she starts up a group text with him.
Yes. Okay.
And he tells you he asks you for if you have any details about what he's after. Any more details about what he's after?
At the same time, I'm assuming because I'm trying to be since I'm driving, I'm assuming I have one of those earphones, you know, and I'm gonna call Alan.
Okay.
Alan, do you have any additional information regarding the stress or imminent potential danger of Rika?
My bond with her tells me that she's in trouble.
And is there any indication? Is that all?
My sense isn't wrong.
Okay. So I'll turn off and then I'll text Kamari. All we know is that there is potential danger within the cobblestone streets. And I give the address. Do you happen to know if there's any danger or any sightings of that said danger within that area?
It's usually vampire territory. I don't know why it would be active
Oh
in
no,
the day.
I'm messaging this to Kamari.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, you're good.
Yeah, Kamari messages you back and he says, and just almost like clockwork, he says, "There's a flesh eater prowling those streets, so let's hope it's not that."
Okay.
Flesh eaters are literally like,
Yes.
usually vampires that are driven mad by their curse, I guess.
Curse it.
Because there's vampires that do like emotional type draining, and then there's the blood, your standard blood, but there's also the flesh eating kind. Yeah.
Might as well just call them zombies.
Yeah, that's actually one of their derogatory nicknames. So.
Oh. He knows this. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we could say he does not. All right, and so Frank, my good friend, you arrive in your newly commandeered at 2001 Aztec, bumping that 2001 CD player. I'm just kidding. It's got one built in. So, all right. You actually pull up to the alleyway, and you have a good, like, there's a flickering street lamp above it, so you get like a somewhat decent view of what's going on there. And by the time you've arrived, you don't see either Rika or the flesh-eating creature you witnessed.
God damn kids these days.
But you do see the victim has perished. The victim that was being eaten at first has perished on the ground.
Now that the victim is dead and a corpse, are they an object?
I hate you.
Oh.
You're asking the important questions here, huh?
Yes.
Oh wait, okay,
yes,
never mind.
They are.
Oh, F me.
Do you?
I was
Are
thinking of a different. I was thinking
Talk
of
to
a
me.
different thing, and it's a different. I don't have that move yet.
Okay. It's maybe you don't have. Okay, so as far as moves go, you do have access to just the basic move: mislead, distract, or wait. Hold on a second. I misread that. Hold on. Okay, hit the streets. That's what you want to do.
I want to hit the streets.
You want to hit the fucking streets.
Like punch.
So you will roll. You will mark. Go ahead and mark night if you haven't already. And you're gonna roll night. And on a hit, you you are able to track down Rika / flesh eating guy. All right, a 9.
I think that's a hit.
All right, so on a 7 to 9, whoever you're going to is judge. Okay, so it says whoever you're going to is juggling their own problems, which I would think that is just the case by default because of the situation. But whatever you need is more costly than anticipated. So you can choose one of those, and I will interpret it for the scene because they're a little different than kind of what Hit the Streets is used for normally. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where is
And
it?
if you have any ideas of how to
End
interpret
decision
it,
event.
sorry, it's under other moves.
Oh,
other
it's
moves.
not a basic move. It's an other move.
Yeah, it's under circle moves. So it's technically a circle move, which is why I said mark night or whatever.
Whoever I'm going to is juggling their own problems. It seems like that's
Yeah, we could say that.
the
I had something in-
fisticuffs. It whatever A led to B led to fisticuffs.
on a pole, and the guy. What's up?
Stream went down for a second. We are back up now.
Oh, okay.
Apologies.
Okay, sorry about that. I thought I was like, okay, yeah, I know shit's getting hot here, but I promise I'm gonna reel it back. Anyways, but she's chained up by a rusty chain, like on a pole, like by her hands, because just to prevent her from casting. And it looks like this guy's got some old crusty carving knives that he's like getting ready to like feed on her, basically, and you catch him like right in the act when that's happening. And we will say, due to the fact that Alan and Darla are being led by Alan's like magical tracking ability, that they show up next. But I'll let you go ahead and act first before they show up. So they don't notice you, neither of them. And it's like you're on the other side of like a courtyard.
Let me look at my moves. I want to roll to kick some ass.
Roll to kick some ass. That is a thing.
It's not called kick some ass though, right?
It's close. It's not far off.
Turn
let's
to
see.
violence.
Yep, that's it. Do you have a gun or anything?
I have a throwing knife.
Hey, that's something.
I have one. It's very rusty, it's not rusty, but it's like it's dull. It's not. It's been used a lot. It's big, it's heavy.
Okay. So
and I'm very good at keeping track of where it is, because when you only have one throwing knife, you can't just throw it wherever.
Yeah, I can't just willy-nilly that thing, you know. So go ahead and yep. And that's blood.
Blood, yeah.
Yep. All right. So On a hit, you inflict harm as established. Okay. So you let me. Okay. Grab something. Okay. All right. Just trying to find a damn dice. Why is it so hard to find a dice? Okay, here we go. I've got a dice here. It's cool. All right, I'm just gonna keep up with the things like HP using this D6. It's a pretty easy way to do it. All right, so you hit it for 1 damage. Slicing. All right, so you throw your dagger. What does that look like? We'll say that he's pretty far away from you, so it's a pretty lengthy throw, but you managed to
How
nail
many, how many inches? How many feet?
How many feet? I'd say probably 25, 30 feet away from you.
That is a pretty. That is a throw. I do throw knives, so I'm trying to think of this.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like you have to throw it up a bit and like kind of arches down and like lands onto this.
Nope, it's all in the spin. The spin will keep it level.
I got you. Okay. Just gotta
But
find that shit hard.
yeah, because you don't want to arc a blade because it's not gonna.
Not like a spear.
No, it's not like a spear. It spins, and it's how many spins does it take to get to point A to point B.
Gotcha.
Although the thing is, the farther away, the more damage it does.
All
but
right, well, that's fine. We could say it does 2 damage instead. That's probably more accurate anyway.
Yeah, because I would have to throw it a bit harder.
So you get to pick one. Does this somehow inflict harm on you as well, or does this put you in a bad spot, or does this create an opening for the enemy to flee?
Oh, this is gonna put me in a bad spot because now my knife is 25 feet away.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. And he knows you're there.
And then now he knows I'm there.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. So you managed to inflict 2 harm. We'll say the blade hits. I think whatever. All right. I have like a hit die somewhere that I wanted to use, but whatever. The back shoulder, the right shoulder here. There's just like your blunt dagger is sticking out of this, and you hear this like noise like come out of this creature's mouth, and he turns around and you see just like this. It looks like a normal person, but he's got like a gaping, bloody maw, like just above like that thick, crusty beard of his. Crusty beard makes me think of other things, but it's blood and gore. All right. So yeah, you've pissed this thing off, and Alan and Darla, you're at this point. You're parked. You're making your way into the alleyway, and you hear that loud noise.
Boots just hoofing it now, just running.
Okay. All right.
Darla runs after Alan as well.
Okay. All right. So you two, you're trailing behind him, and you're just making your way through these like cluttered alleyways. Alan, since Alan's leading the way, Alan's probably having to like kick certain things out of the way to clear the path for you.
I think it just telekinetically just like moves aside violently.
Yeah, I'll let you just like casually use like a little full mage hand type deal just to like throw things out of the way.
Kind of Uhura storm brewing situation going on.
As Darla is also running behind, she is turning onto her demon form.
Oh, cool. I will let you tell us what that looks like in just 1 second. So while you two are making your way through the alley, I'm going to roll a turn to violence for the creature just to give it a chance to act from having the dagger thrown into it. And then I will go straight back to you two entering the place, and then after everybody that's there does a round, then that's when Keen will arrive. So just giving everybody like an idea of how we're gonna do this. Anyway, we don't have too much more time, so I'm gonna just sort of efficiently boom knock this out. All right, so let me roll. Ooh, okay. The creature, it rips the dagger out of its arm, and it charges you. Frank. It seems to have sharpened its finger bones to create these like gnarled, gory, bony claws, and it comes and just starts flurrying at you like a pissed off cat. And it manages to slice you up pretty good, for 2 damage. But it, in its rage, it manages to trip over your shoes and falls down onto the ground, giving you an opportunity to flee if necessary. So your character would have taken 2 damage, so you would be one faint and 1 serious. Yep.
All right.
So the serious wound is on your neck, just above your collarbone. It seems to it's bleeding pretty heavily. Not like your throat is slit bleeding, but you know, it's not far from that. So
how gory can we get?
Well, gore is in our
Okay, cool.
content warning on on the YouTube
Wait,
channel.
it's warned for, so people are prepared for it, or it's warned as in we should do that.
All right, a content warning. Gore. Go ahead. There we go.
Content warning,
Okay,
gore.
cool, awesome. So everyone's prepared for this. All right. So if he tripped over my shoes, he's like under my feet, right?
Just behind you. It could easily be. Yeah.
Can I just like drive my heel into his skull?
Yeah, if you want to do another quick turn to violence and do some damage on him.
I'll do that.
Okay, cool. And then right after, go ahead and roll that, and then we'll say that's right when Darla and Alan are arriving. Okay, yeah. So you, I'm gonna say, okay. So you get to choose. Actually, you're the one that gets to choose. So, choose one of these 3 things. You take harm from doing this, you're put in a bad spot, or you create an opening for the enemy to flee. You can always like twist your ankle while doing it or something.
Yeah, I'll take a harm.
Okay, so you're 2 serious, 1 faint.
Yeah.
But you deliver another 2 damage to this thing. Okay.
Oh, can.
Which it's pretty fairly wounded. Go ahead. What were you saying? You can describe it if you like.
There are vampires looking for this guy, right?
Yeah.
Are we gonna be able to collect a bounty on his head? Like, I mean, maybe like also with body attached.
Would not surprise
me. I'll take a corruption just for that.
That sounds perfect.
No, I don't need to do that.
Okay.
All
right. Let me find the vamp real quick.
So is it dead, or has it been defeated?
It's thoroughly injured, but it also is a vampire, which is why I need to look at the vamp real quick. Okay, yes, it can heal itself by rolling blood. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a chance to do that real quick. And then okay, so Darla and Alan, you both just enter this like abandoned, dusty, rundown courtyard in between 4 tall abandoned apartment buildings, and you see your friend Frank bleeding out of his neck, stomping on some bearded creature's head, while Rika has her hands chained up behind her and to a like flagpole, and her mouth as like a gag. Yes, thank you. Made out of like a bandana. And so that's pretty much the sight you see. So I'm gonna pass the spotlight over to our demon bay over here. So tell us what your transformation looks like, because that's super rad.
So I rolled a 9, so I get to pick 2 stuff. I basically do the first one, which where I gain 1+1 armor and heal my harm, so I'm fully healed again. And take plus. Oh wait, that's a lot. Actually, I'm just gonna heal my 2 harm. That's weird. That's a lot of stuff. And then I'm gonna get my demonic weapon out, which is, um, those are the 2 things that I'm gonna do. Basically, I am gonna get the heal 2 harm and then demonic weapon. Basically, when Darla comes in, if people are paying attention to her, you see that her arms turn into like wings, and it's basically very flowing red wings, and her fingernails are now claws, but it's also like it's changing from feather to fire, and all over her face you see that the scars that she already has seem to grow and start covering like it starts going from the right side of her face to start covering like her neck and stuff. Basically this is what you'll see. The demonic weapon is her hand becoming claws. That gives me +3 harm, and I also heal my 2 harm. Well, heal 1 harm because I have a faint harm. So that's basically what I'm gonna do.
Damn.
Yeah, tainted baby.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's do this.
But to be clear here, I'm the demon bay because I'm technically a demon as Ian.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
No, I'm joking.
I guess Keen's Bay in his own ways, you know.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay.
No, but damn.
All right. So there's not really. I guess.
I haven't attacked yet. I'm just transforming.
Yes, exactly. So you're transforming, and Alan's entering, looking like Doctor Strange over here, I imagine. So let's see. Let me just sort of. Okay, so Frank attacked the creature. The creature attacked Frank back, and then Frank attacked the creature again. So I'm gonna give the creature one chance to heal itself. It's gonna.
Does healing itself not count as a move? Because I thought it was healing itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But in order to heal itself, it has to feed. So it's going to
Oh.
basically like turn around and bite onto Frank's leg and start drinking Frank's blood. I'm gonna roll to see if that works. Let's see.
No.
It's okay. I'm not trying to kill Frank. I'm just.
Are
Frank's got
you?
blood. Frank's got good blood.
That's what they all say.
It is, isn't it? Did it roll? Is that what it rolled? The 9? Did that just pop up? I think. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I rolled a 9 twice. Whatever. It could be either one. Okay. So, Frank, my friend, you are. You do not.
Can I
take
let it
damage
out?
From...
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
What were you saying?
Oh, sorry, I interrupted you because I want to ask real quickly because I think I can do this. I can let it out to deflect or redirect an oncoming blow before it strikes.
Oh shit.
Can that
okay.
apply to other people? Frank, are you in a bad place health-wise? Do you could you use that hand?
I've got 3 damages.
Yeah, that's bad. That's from what I know about health. That's very bad, right?
Yeah, there's not
I
too
think
many
it's
more
only
than 3.
1, like
Yeah.
2 left.
Yeah, I can't let this thing feed, and I can't let this thing hurt you, so I'm gonna let it out.
Okay.
And I think the version of that would be, could I intercept with a telekinetic feat of strength or precision, or would I have to do directly deflect the oncoming blow?
I would say that either one. You can do the telekinetic one to try and throw the enemy away from him. I honestly, because one of them specifically worded as a reaction, just do that one, and then we can say you can flavor it as you using telekinesis to deflect it if you want. Does that make sense?
Okay, and I am technically using spirit for this roll for let it out, right?
Yep, let it out. On a hit, you mark corruption and activate the ability.
Okay, so does a 7 hit?
Yep, that's exactly what you need.
All right, and I'll mark corruption.
And then you can either. Okay, you didn't get a 10 plus. Okay, so this effect is going to be limited. It is enough you managed to squeeze off enough telekinetic power to deflect the bite completely, but the vampire's still in the same spot. You weren't able to like throw him back or anything.
Yeah, I understand. I think what I did was his eyes glow, and there is this strange aura around the vampire's head, and there is magic, like a magic spell is being like prepared in the other hand. I'm gonna use voice mod here, so you guys are gonna hear like an echo. Just for a warning. Frank, get away now!
Okay.
And if I can take a following action, or is that just is that my turn?
No, that was a yes. I'm gonna let that was just you doing a reaction thing. So what I'm gonna do is let you and Darla, Alan and Darla, act simultaneously with whatever they want to do. So I assume turn to violence and or whatever, but you can obviously there are other things you could have in mind as well.
Darla's actually gonna go and use her weapon to sort of break Rika out of the chain. So that's what she's gonna do. I think.
Okay, so what do you like? Just like fly over to her, basically. Like
Yeah,
badass?
basically,
That's so cool.
and just like, would it be escape a situation or turn to violence? Just because I'm not,
I would say,
or lend a hand. Yeah, lend a hand. All right. Well, when you lend a hand or get in the way after PC is rolled.
Oh wait.
I don't think it's lend a hand.
It's not lend a hand. Let's just say you don't even have to roll because it's a chain and you're a demon and you have fire claws. You can just say that you whack it and sever.
I whack it and then I grab Rika and just fly back away.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna make you roll to do any of that because you're badass and you can just do cool stuff sometimes. Same for like when Alan was like flinging stuff with telekinesis earlier. I'm not gonna be like roll, let it out, or
yeah.
Like I feel like you should be able to do stuff for flavor, like all of you. You know what I mean? In your own ways. All right. Cool. So Alan, you can use your action while that's happening, and then after those actions are over, that's when Keen will arrive, and I'll let Keen do something, and that way everybody will have been able to do something. Unless the thing's dead, in which case, Keen, I'm sorry, but whatever.
Yeah, I might. This actually, I rolled for it already. I am using elementalism, and I'm taking a corruption to roll with spirit instead of blood. And there are these strange, like magical creases form around my eyes, and there's this like the beard lengthens. It becomes long enough to swirl around my body, and then you guys see like the physical like vibrations of heat around him as he is casting elementalism and turning violence, getting up to the creature and setting it ablaze with fire, basically trying to extinguish it into ashes. And there is this sort of absence ignis, and that deals 3 damage close. But
okay, yep, that's all you needed. This thing, it's like in Fallout when your laser weapon crits and the thing just bursts into flames and like becomes an ash pile. That's pretty much what just happens. Especially because it's a vampire. When it dies, it's gonna turn to ash anyway. So Keen, you come running in all like
with Kurama at this point.
Yes, Kamari. Kamari is Kamari is trailing right behind you, and and one of his falcons is flying ahead.
Okay.
And then the falcon sort of just flies ahead towards the enemy, and then it bursts into flames, and the falcon just sort of hits the air brakes and flies back. I don't know falcon noises. Imagine falcon noises.
Right. Ah,
And
looks
then
like
he says, "Insert Falcon noises here."
Exactly.
looks like the situation is well taken care of.
And Kamari speaks up. Which ash pile is this? And you recognized earlier, Frank, the person's. Did I say that did I give a name for this person, or did I just tell you that they were a flesh-eating vampire? Okay.
Just fleshing it out.
Yeah, you told me about them. I don't think you gave me a name.
Their name is
Jerkface McGillicuddy.
yes,
That's his chosen name.
Thuul, Thuul. Well, their name was Thuul.
Right.
But yes, Kamari's like, which ash pile is this? And you're the only NPC that I was able to identify exactly who. If you, do you want to share the information with Kamari, who's like a demon hunter, basically?
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, yeah, you relay the information, and Kamari sort of jokes and says, "Well, I brought rope, but I guess I need a dustpan."
So, is that the straggler you were looking for, Kamari?
Yeah, this piece of shit's eaten at least a dozen homeless people in the past 2 months.
Yeah. I've heard rumors about it from one of my employees.
Well, thanks for dealing with him, keeping these streets clean. I'll physically clean them, so you don't have to worry about it. Make this place look like the shithole that it was. And by this point, everybody sort of, there's a sense of calm over everything. This thing's killed. Rika's no longer, her mouth's no longer gagged, but she seems thoroughly injured. She's about as injured as Frank.
I'm gonna drape my. So I usually have a leather jacket if I feel like I need to be in a position of power. I'm gonna drape my red leather jacket around her shoulders.
Okay, yeah, that's helpful. Very helpful. She's
Yes.
she was dressed. She had like a t-shirt on and some jeans. She was just dressed for a casual night, and so like
Right.
her from fighting this thing, her pants and like the shoulder on her shirt's like ripped, and she's bleeding. And she's thank you.
Actually, I'll use it to soak the blood or to like
Okay.
stench. Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
I thought I could take this thing myself, and I guess I couldn't. It's ridiculous. You would think all of the things I know, I could have just gotten out of this myself, and then
could have
delivered the pile
always-
of ash to you.
You could have always asked for assistance or look for assistance.
Yeah,
Next time.
I know.
I may be running an establishment, but even I do need those to help me.
Well, thank you all. Seriously, it means a lot that you would just drop everything you're doing and come and rescue poor old me from some sort of weird zombie.
I would never,
I don't have anything to do.
if I can, I won't let anything hurt you.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, of course, I know you've made that oath, but the rest of them haven't. So,
Of course.
I mean, Alan's a friend, you're a friend, my friend of a friend of a friend.
I would like to preserve your humanity as far as I can allow it to.
I'm just bored.
Thank
That's
you,
it.
all of you. I am really indebted to you, and Darla, I know we have worked together in the past on some things. You can consider each other even for the moment.
yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
so out of character, this is like
Yes,
this is a situation where people would choose to exchange debts in whatever way they deem fit. So, and all of you, since you're doing that, can mark each other's circles. So if you haven't marked, if you're power and you have it marked wild, you can mark it. And if you're wild and you have it marked power, you can mark it.
Dang.
And if you're wild and you have it marked wild, you can mark it. And if you're power and you have it marked power, you can mark it. That's a lot of words.
Right.
Anyway, just mark wild and power if you have it. That's all of you can do that.
Do we put depths to collect and depths out or not yet?
Yes.
Okay.
This would be the moment to, which we can go ahead and end the stream here, and we can do that like after. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and call it here. We'll go ahead and set the scene a bit. Everybody that's injured is being supported by their friends as they exit the debris and dust-ridden alleyway out into the gloomy streets of Lenwood Cove. And just to make matters worse, it starts to rain on everyone. So just out of nowhere. So yeah, we will go ahead and end today's episode with everyone just sort of like rolling their eyes and running to their respective vehicles.
Cars.
Yeah. And
utility van.
and we will pick back up next week with dealing with the fact that the cast members of our show, Rika and Frank, are pretty heavily injured. Which ideally, if next week if we have Mr. Holiday with us, he can heal. So yeah, might be able to take care of that pretty quick. But cool. All right, yeah, and we will go around, and if you don't mind sort of directing this next part for outros, Anthony, just because you know the order to go in and stuff.
Of course.
Don't have Twitch open. I need to just write it down at the beginning of every session.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Go ahead. Call us out for outros. I will go right before you, or whatever. Go in whatever order, and you can just go last, so that way you can outro.
Yeah.
Your Lunar Tale.
I got it. So you know what? Let's go reverse. Except for me. So we'll start with Frank.
Hi, I'm a cat named Schrodinger. I play Frank, and I'm a consummate unprofessional, and if you want to find me, it's either cat named Schrodinger or cat and Schrodinger. And that's it. I'm playing Frank.
Very good. Then we have Keen.
Hi, my name is Brian Ha, and I play Keen. I also go by Cage Birds Lonin on Twitter and a stray persona on YouTube and TikTok. I also have a official website that is out, so definitely feel free to check it out on my Twitter page. And I do want to wish everybody, it's currently New Year's Eve technically, which is why I'm wearing a alii to kind of like, even though it's not there yet, but to kind of commemorate it for this stream. But I want to wish everyone tomorrow a happy New Year and a happy Chinese New Year
Nice.
tomorrow for those who celebrate it.
Oh, I celebrate it. I love Chinese New Year.
Fantastic. Thank you, Brian. And then we have Glyza.
Hello. I am Glyza. I am a person with many hats. You can find me on @ClassicalGlyza on almost all of the socials except for Instagram because I don't have one. I'm a podcast host, co-host. I have 2 podcasts that I'm, producing. Classical Adventures for one is all about classical books and the impact that it has in all of society. Chewing Gum for the Brain is all about reality TV and the impact that it has on people, I guess. That is what my 2 podcasts is about. I'm also a writer. I write an audio drama called Nightmare Hunt. I am a manga reviewer at the Geekly Grind. I am a Twitch affiliate. I do a lot of variety streams. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming about Discworld. It's going to be a book club. I am also a TTRPG producer. Keep an eye out because on February 13, Heart for Soul is going to come out, and it is going to be a modern retelling of Eurydice and Orpheus. a modern retelling of that story. I also play video games there, and my tag is Romance Me You Cowards. Basically, I only play games that has romantic aspects in it, and even if it is a horror movie, a horror game, I will play it just as long as there's people to date in it. Currently, I'm wearing my tabletop role-playing performer hat. You can find me on Lords of Faerun as Sloon, Blood on the Bayou as Michaela, Lost Among the Fens as Richard, Ambrosia as Cersei, Fior as Avatar in Avatar Reclamation, Darla here at Somehow Human. There's gonna be Gods of Color on Wednesday. It's the first time that's gonna be shown. I'm excited for that. You can find all of my schedules on Twitter, and you can also go to bio.link/classical Glyza for everything that I do, because I do a lot and I have no boundaries, and I should really stop because I am tired. But yes, that is me.
All right, and last but not least, we have Leopold the Just.
Oh, I literally forgot that I was gonna have to go. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm a person, and I'm playing in this game. Still. Hey everybody, I'm Leland/Leopold the Just. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Gmail. I don't know. I just have very consistent branding, which I need to talk to Brian about. Anyway, just messing.
I got you.
Yeah, whatever. You got like 3 different names. All right, I gotta write them all down instead of just one. I'm just giving you shit. Anyway, you can find me next this Friday, right? Yeah, this Friday on twitch.tv/The Raven with 2 V's, RAVVYN. Come in, check out our show. We're playing Welcome to Madison is the 2nd season of Welcome to Madison. It's actually called Welcome to Madison now, like, you know, Too Fast, Too Furious. It's pretty cool. We're really clever. But yeah, it's all about being trapped in a little quaint pocket dimension with it's like a weird, quirky horror tale, and there are some really deep ass moments in that show, because there's just I don't know, just come check it out. And you can watch the first season on the Black Feather Guild YouTube if you're weird and want to watch a bunch of episodes of that. I mean, you don't have to be weird, I guess. You can be cool. What else am I doing? I do other stuff, right? February 18th, right? Hold on. Is that a Friday? That's a Friday, right? February 18th. Somebody help me out here. Hold on. Hold yourself. I'm holding up everything.
We're
because
holding.
This is
It's a
important.
Friday, yeah.
Okay, thank you. February 18th at 7:30 p.m. Central, I think, on Weave the Tale. I'm going to be in a Blue Rose session every Friday. At that time, they're doing this epic West Marches style campaign that's going to have a different group of people every week. So I'm on week 4, Team Sweet Pea. Every team is named after a flower, I think. But yeah, come and check it out. It's going to be fun too. I will be missing my Welcome to Madison session that Friday, but I've already discussed it anyway. It's going to be good.
It's going to be great.
Thank you for playing.
And thank you for playing, everyone. I am Charbox AVA, your host. Expect more content from here in the future. Maybe some more tabletop stuff. We'll maybe do some D&D, some other kind of stuff. You can find me on Twitter, where I just retweet things I really like, and also try to help out people I really like. And I'm also a writer for Phantom Hysteria, as I mentioned before. Check out Phantom Hysteria on Steam or Lunar Tail Games on Twitter. That's about it from me, and that's about it from everyone else here. So from the citizens of Lenwood Cove, we bid you adieu. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you for
Goodbye.
playing.
Goodbye
or
now.
watching,
Goodbye.
or whatever.
Bye.
I don't know.